today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On play action, McCarthy. And right away, he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. Here's a give to Jones running left. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8, and it'll be Titan football. So here are the Titans ready to go on offense for the first time, and it's Will Levis, the 25-year-old at quarterback, in his 2nd season out of Kentucky.
And last year's rookie year, a bit of a mixed bag for the young signal caller out of Kentucky. Showed off plenty of tools, but was hurt in the preseason, and it took a little while to get going. But once he did, he showed exactly why the Titans wanted him. Toughness, leadership, and a big arm. The team rallied around him down the stretch.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard to about the 40-yard line. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
2nd down, Pollard again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to run for it with Pollard. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. So after some runs, now they'll throw with Levis. Open man downfield is Ridley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They go back to Pollard on second down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
No 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 36.
Levis now off of play action. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. Part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for Jones last week: 14 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal, and this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
To the air with McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Here's McCarthy.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it's Michael Thomas who ends it with a touchdown reception.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Now Levis.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now on 4th down, here's Ryan Stonehouse to punt for Tennessee.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
And now out comes Minnesota.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, they'll throw in McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 6. Going to run again here with Pollard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And here's a give to Spears.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 32 on the play.
Pollard will take it up the gut. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 5, 2nd and 4. It'll be a handoff to Pollard.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hand off to Spears.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall.
And the Titans have taken the lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Folk connects on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute.
Taking it right down Broadway. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
McCarthy now on 1st down.
Caught on the right side by Jones. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Throwing is McCarthy.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Now McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. They'll look to throw again.
He gets it to Addison.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Badgley able to knock this one through, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
One final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass to his favorite target, Amon-Ra St. Brown. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they trail the visiting L.A. Rams as that one's gone to the intermission. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jaden Reed, a touchdown reception. The Titans got a strong first half out of the Kentucky man.
The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Titans to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Play action now. Levis. And this throw incomplete. Have a defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 5 yards on the play there. the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. First down, and it's Pollard again. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Levis looking to throw. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40. 12 yards there as they move the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now a give here to Pollard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
Here's Pollard again. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up.
On third down, here's Spears.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
84 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Now 2nd and 3. They'll run. Here's Pollard.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Here's Pollard. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Tyjae Spears with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes it a 21-10 game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. And that'll carry over the back. end zone for a touchback. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? You scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, it's Levis. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here is 3rd and 5. Well, they go play action. Here's Levis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Nashville. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter.
Off the play fake, Levis.
That's going to be caught. And it's a Titans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Flush to his right.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. McCarthy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons able to record his 5th sack of the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Pollard. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
No, they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Levis to throw off play action.
And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Pollard one more time.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Levis back to throw.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. DeAndre Hopkins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Titans are going to be moving to 10-0 as they add on to this big lead.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now McCarthy throwing on 1st down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that, but broke off his pass rush and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. On 1st down, McCarthy. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. McCarthy. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now a 2nd and 2. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Levis. And he is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Levis sets up to throw here. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey,
They keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.